Babysitter Gurus! Welcome back to Babysitter Guru channel. Today we're going to talk about scheduling and cancellation as a babysitter or nanny or au pair. So let's get started. Woo! Okay, so first let's dive in. I just want to inform everybody and let everyone know. Whether you are a babysitter, a nanny, or au pair, or just someone who's a caretaker, you must be professional at all times. At the end of the day, you are providing a service and you are being paid for the services that you are providing. So please be professional at all times, extremely important. Not only for your reputation, moving forward if you would like to do the position or job for other families down the road, but you must please be professional, okay? So let's get started. Okay, so we're going to talk about scheduling. Let's just say, you've interviewed for a babysitting position for a family. They liked you, the interview process for 2 weeks. You went through the references, you went through the recommendations, just your whole background, kind of the 2-hour, start where I told you guys before in my previous videos, just to make sure you have 2 hours one-on-one at least with the child, see how you interact. If that all goes well, and then you get the position, you get that call, that email, that text like, hey, you got the position, we'll love for you to start this day, let's agree on a schedule. One thing is make sure you let everything known beforehand. This is the whole thing where being professional comes into play. Like I said, you are providing a service and you are being paid for the services you are providing. So please be professional at all times. Discuss scheduling. So if you applied for this babysitting position, you got it, but within like 2 weeks after you start, you're gonna go on a vacation to Cancun for spring break or something like that. You have to make sure that they know beforehand. One thing I will say is it's very hard for parents or just guardians in general looking for childcare to find reliable caregivers for their children. It's very, very hard. So just be honest from the get-go with them. They are humans. They do understand. So make sure you're honest, because not only is going to be convenient for them, but also be convenient for you and helpful at the end of the day. Okay? So discuss scheduling early on. Always discuss scheduling. For example, I'll give you some of my examples. I've done babysitting on the weekend, strictly for the weekends, for one family, and then other scheduling I could work after, I could go there, actually babysit for them after work. So I'll do that later in the evening, and then the weekends I'll have a different family. So always discuss scheduling. Things happen last minute. There might be emergencies that come up. So you also have to be open and understanding regarding that, okay? So let's just say you do only babysit for them on the weekends, and just so happens it's a Friday and they are in need of someone. They can easily text you and be like, hey, can you come and babysit? I know you only babysit for us on the weekends, but we possibly need someone this Friday. Can you do it? So always be open to something like that if that always pops up. Cancellation. For me personally, like I said, I strive very, very, very hard in being professional. If you know you're going to cancel, please do not wait 30 minutes before you're scheduled to arrive to babysit, to text the guardian or the parents, hey, I can't make it, I'm sorry. 30 minutes is not acceptable. 24 hours in advance. Please, please, please notify them 24 hours in advance, or even earlier than that if you know that you're not able to commit to that time, that date, okay? Like I said, everyone has things to do, so the earlier the better. So 30 minutes before you're scheduled to come is not acceptable, and that's something that will leave a bad taste in their mouth, and that's something you do not want, because at the end of the day, like I said, you are providing a service and you're being paid for these services. So cancellation is very, very important. This is something that should be talked about before you start. Same thing with your scheduling, okay? I did mention that it's common for high schoolers and college students to babysit more often compared to the other roles like a nanny and au pair. Babysitters tend to be like high school students or college students. So we all know, like myself, I babysat a lot during my long breaks, like my winter breaks and summer breaks. And I was also babysitting during the week when I did have school. I was a student full time. So I would know I would go to classes maybe 3 times out of the week, and then like 2 days or just 1 day I'll babysit, you know. So that might change. Let's just say if there's like a cancellation, a class got canceled, maybe you can let them know, hey, one of my classes got canceled for this day. If you need someone to watch the kids, just let me know. So being also helpful to them, that's very, very, very important, because it shows to them that you care and that you're reliable. And if they need any extra help, definitely reach out to you for that. So that's even better. So that makes you even look better to them. And one thing I will say, parents are or guardians in general are very territorial about their caregivers, okay? So once you find a good one, do not let them go. Once you find a good family, do not let them go, okay? So scheduling cancellation. Be very smart about it. Sometimes there are people who do babysit for more than one family. That's when it starts to get tricky. So people tend to let other families know that they are babysitting for more than one family, and some tend to keep that to themselves, which is perfectly fine. But you please make sure you're very smart about how you do your schedule, okay? Emergencies happen, things happen. It's just life, you know, everyone's understanding about that. But if you're putting more stuff on your plate than you can handle, be cautious about it and please inform them, okay? If you're babysitting for more than one family, you're babysitting for 3 families in addition to working another job, or you're going to school, things might arise. You might I'll give you like a perfect example, right? So let's just say you have this full day, free day, you have no classes. I'm speaking from a student point of view. If you have no classes that day, you know you're babysitting for a family from 7 to 3, and then the next one you're babysitting from 5 to 8, and that's like every Monday. You have that set in your schedule. Every single Monday, 7 to 3, you're babysitting one family, and then from 5 to 8, you're babysitting another family. Let's just say that 7 to 3 family that you're babysitting for, the parents or the guardians, you know, they have to stay later at work. Maybe they had a meeting that they had to attend. So you might need to stay until 4:30, the latest, okay? That gives you a 30-minute window for you to be able to make it to the other family that you babysit from 5 to 8 for without them knowing, because especially if you keep it to yourself that, you know, you're only babysitting for them and they don't know about the second family, and then suddenly you're not able to make it even though you always make it there on time, you know, stuff like that could always arise. So like I said, be cautious, be open, always share all that information with them, because it's extremely important that you do so. There's a lot of people who run into those situations. Hey, if you could handle it, you could handle it. That person who actually told me about that, they babysit from 7 to 3, and then they have another family from 5 to 8. They give themselves that 2-hour window, which is really, really, really smart to do. Like I said, if the 7 to 3 family needs you to stay an hour and a half later, you still have that window to do so, like a wiggle room, right? You just hope that you don't show up for the second family who's from 5 to 8 a little later on. One way I keep my schedule stiff, make sure it doesn't change, is my planner. I love planners, guys. So this is my planner. I'm going to show you right now. My planner, I love this planner. I got it once I started babysitting, which is the weird part, okay? Once I started babysitting, I got my planner. So I keep, at the time when I did start babysitting in college, I had all my information for my classes in here, and then also the times I started babysitting. And then right after college, I still have it. I still put in all my information that I need to. You could buy this basically anywhere, a planner. You could go on Amazon and look how to get a planner. This one, I specifically got it from Michaels. I love Michaels. So this is where I got the planner. It's really nice. It's very colorful. As you can see, there's very motivational quotes in there. There's like different months that you could add. There's stuff that you could make on your own. There's planners you could actually make on your own, so it really doesn't matter. But I highly suggest getting a planner. Or there's something else that everyone has and kind of can't live without, is your phone, guys. Everything you can put on your phone. There's a calendar on your phone. So if you're not the type to write things down, I love to write things down. But if you're not, you could always put it on your phone and then it gives you like some type of notifications. There's also other apps out there that could, send you reminders when you have to do something during what time of the day or which day you have to do it. So there's a lot of resources out there to keep you on task, on time, make sure that you're professional and that you're getting everything that you need to do done in that day. So thank you guys so very much for joining me today. I definitely want to highlight the importance of scheduling and cancellation. Like I said, this is a job. This is a service that you are providing. So thank you guys so very much. Please stay tuned for even juicier topic, guys, because we're gonna get into everything that people tend not to talk about when pursuing this profession. So it's extremely important that you do. So thank you guys so much for joining. Thank you, gurus. Love ya. Stay tuned for next time. Thank you so much. Bye. Bye, guys.